Hi, I'm Rania and I'm an innovator at the Knowledge Society. Picture yourself in 2050. So your humanoid assistant knocks on the door, wakes you up from a very comfy sleep and serves your favorite eggs and bacon straight from the laboratory. Yes, you heard me right, laboratory. It is commonly said that lab-grown meat will replace the meat in our current diets. Crazy, right? Well, the question is, what really is the problem with our current diets? In a nutshell, we have three main problems with our current food systems, which is heavily, dominated by meat. First one is the environmental consideration, because it uses up a lot of resources in our planet. The second one is the ethical consideration, because we are not really paying attention to animal welfare in this. And the third one is our growing population, because obviously we would need food to feed these people. We can create lab-grown meat with the help of cellular agriculture, which is basically creating agricultural products with the help of cell cultures. So agricultural products include meat. I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information, so I'm going to keep this short and precise and to the point. So step number one is to harvest adult muscle stem cells, which is also known as myosatellite cells, in a painless procedure from the animal. Step number two is to give the cells that we harvested a good environment to grow on. So earlier we had harvested it, and now we are going to be replicating the animal's body. Our next two steps include proliferation and fusion, and what we do is first we try to replicate it and make as many as possible, and this next is that we fuse them into myotubes, which is what we want. And then with this we have a lot of content. The last bit is polishing. So what we do for polishing is that we perform all the other necessary procedures like compacting into shape and adding the fat, and after adding all this, voila, you got your tasty delicious product. So now that we talked about how we can make lab-grown meat, let us talk about why we need lab-grown meat so as to raise everyone's spirits. So one thing is that there will be a less of spread of zoonotic diseases, especially in countries where they eat bushmeat. And since the conditions are very sterile, we wouldn't need much of antibiotics, which means that there will be less of the antibiotic resistance. Another awesome part is that we can satisfy or personalize it according to our body. So we can engineer it to have less bad fats and then more good fats. We can replace them, and we can do a whole lot of things which will make it much better for all of us nutritionally. It will be good for the vegetarian and vegan people, because many of them do so because of the ethical consideration. And so this way they will have a cruelty-free meal. All this sounds awesome, right? What's holding us back? Well, some of the things that are holding us back is public perception, which, it does seem very weird eating something straight from the lab, isn't it? And also because we can't recreate blood vessels which ferry oxygen to the cell, which will become a difficulty. Then we have this low rate of growth medium development. Then we have the taste and texture, which are kind of related to each other, because meat isn't just muscle, its juiciness and flavor also come from fat cells, and growing fat cells in the lab and attempting to connect them with the muscle cells is not an easy task. But it hasn't fully evolved yet, and with technological advancements we are getting closer and closer to this dream. Thanks for watching.